My name is Ana Rhodes Castro, and I was born in Spain. And I left my homeland when I was 17 years old and ended up in the north of Scotland in a community, eco-village and international educational center called the Finland Foundation. I ended up being the executive director of this eco-village and NGO for about 5.5 years. And I work and teach internationally. I teach process work and conflict facilitation in the UK, in London. I've done some documentary work in the States on cross-cultural racism. I teach in Italy. I also have my own center dedicated to the transformation of human conflict. So my passion is to transform, to collaborate with life and evolution and acquire the tools to collaborate with the process of transformation and with the process of alchemia in life. That's really my passion. Italy reminds me of my homeland, reminds me of Spain. The culture reminds me of Spain, the issues remind me of Spain, and of course it's also very different. And a few years ago, I had the great privilege to be invited by a team of wonderful Italians to come to Italy and bring in process work and through a deep democracy tour, and we did that. And now here we are, the school has arrived. And this weekend is the second time I teach in the school this year. I had the privilege of teaching on the first seminar, opening up the school with my colleague Reini Hauser. And I'm here alone this time teaching about altered and extreme states. So states that take us out of everyday reality. And we usually have a feeling that they happen to us. And we tend to feel the victims of these states. And at the same time, they are states that have so much life force and vitality, right? So states that in some ways we also look for them, we need them. Like, for example, when I smoke dope or we take drugs, we are looking for particular states that carry life force for us, states that usually in everyday life we marginalize. They are not so welcomed in my everyday nature, right? Also depressions. Depressions are like the collective flu of society, you could say, right? They are a collective flu. Who doesn't know about some symptoms of depression or knows a family member? And what do we do with them? There is so much fear about depression. Depression can potentially stop your life. But if we understand the state that comes with the depression and try to activate it and collaborate with it without the need of getting lost in a depression, then we can activate more life force. And process work it's called a dimensional perspective. It's a dimensional perspective to extreme states, meaning it's a progression, and we all have them a little bit. And the medical system, which is also very useful, has what's called a categorical perspective. The medical system is more you either have them or you don't, right? You either tick the boxes or you don't tick them. Now, what is better or worse? They both have its good things. Being dimensional, it acknowledges that life is an evolution, that we go in and out of more everyday and altered states, and we learn to be fluid. And the categorical mentality helps you sometimes to feel in some way safe, because there I am with a depression for 10 years. I don't really know I have a depression. And a doctor or a person comes and says to me, Ana, don't worry, you are not weird. You have a depression. And I go, oh shit, thank God. Hallelujah, I'm not that strange, right? So I think how to collaborate with these states is very important, because in some ways we tend to have secrets about them. They are like the secrets of society, the secrets of our families. They are like the city shadows, the shadows of the world. So how to collaborate with the shadow and bring it to the light and create alchemia. Okay, when people ask me, what is process work? It's pretty difficult to respond. I would say process work is a transpersonal holistic and multidimensional approach to life, to human nature, to animal nature, to a spiritual nature. I would say that's what it is about. And it was born in the States. An incredible, very inspiring from my perspective man called Arnold Mindell, a scientist and a Jungian psychoanalyst, started to bring together and weave different approaches, right? Quantum physics and Jungian psychoanalysis, shamanism with Carlos Castañeda's work, alchemia, homeopathy, Gestalt, lots of different, right? And so this network, a network of an approach appeared called process-oriented psychology. And the institute, you could say the first institute, happened and was born in the United States, in Portland, Oregon. You could say it's like the home of it. And then slowly other institutes appear all over the world. They started to pop up in the network, right? And you have now the International Institute of the UK. That's one, which is a pretty powerful one because it's been around for a long time, right? It's a pretty powerful one. Then you have one in Zurich. You have now one in Spain, a school of process work in Spain, Greece, Italy. Now it's happening in Italy. It's popping out in Italy, right? How exciting. And it requires passion, dedication, commitment, and it requires, you could say, a few extreme states, to collaborate with a few extreme states, because it is an intense journey to co-create. So it requires a little bit of extreme state medicine.